What's going on, everybody? Rob here, Trev2323. Don't forget to take the time to subscribe to my channel, like and share. I'm going over my millings back here, but also what I use to keep all the weeds and the grass and everything out of areas like through my patio blocks, and when weeds try to creep under the fence, how I keep them down. And I really use Roundup grass and feed killer, and I buy it with the handle because it is so much more convenient. Before I was trying to save the $6 or $7, but doing this all day long just was horrible. Now let me show you the millings. Like the end of last season there was almost none, but you see all the weeds are going through the millings again already. And this is what I'm trying to keep down. You know, if you remember, this was all dirt back here, and what happened back here is everybody used it to walk their dogs. There was, well, actually there wasn't dirt back here, there was grass, well-maintained grass. And then everybody walked their dogs, so the grass would crap all back here. So I decided to put the millings down here. But the millings now, weeds grow through the millings. And I put a video previously of a non-maintained milling patch, and it was just completely overgrown with weeds again. So what I've been doing is, the 1 gallon normally lasts the season, and I just used the Roundup, and I just sprinkle it on all the weeds. Now here's one thing. It's almost like a weekly thing you got to do now. It looks like it's gonna rain, but this Roundup dries within 10 minutes. Is rainproof within 10 minutes. So if you're ahead of the game on this, it won't take that much. But like right here, this is gonna take a lot right here. Let me see if I can get that a little wider. Yeah, I got a tip where you can spread it out and make it a little wider, so it's not just pinpointed. And as long as you're getting it on the leaves. A lot of the weed killers is made for, you got to spray it on the leaves themselves. It's not for the ground when it's a seed still. You got to spray it on the weeds itself. That's a really big one right there, so you kind of spray the center of that. But the weeds are what takes the nutrients back to the root. But in this case, it's taking the weed killer back to the roots. I already treated back here. I'm just showing you. I just treated back here about 5 minutes ago. So I'll probably come back here again maybe in 3 days and do it again. But I didn't even kind of make a dent in this whole gallon that I got here. But like I says, I prefer this electric one. It's a little bit more expensive than the hand pump one. But oh my God, it is so worth it when you got a big spot to do. And this is the Roundup. I think it was $16 or $18 for this one right here. But this is another good thing for it. Let me show you here. Well, see these big weeds? I see that. This is under my carport. So I'm just spraying that. But this is what I wanted to show you. One other thing I use it for. Well, 2 other things I use it for. My fence right here. I'm working on my backyard, but every year I get this. Weeds growing underneath my fence. So I do the whole perimeter of the. Okay, so whatever weeds are coming underneath the fence, they can stop right there. So I do the perimeter of my fence to make sure no weeds come through the perimeter of my fence. But also, here's one other thing you could use it for. 2 other things now. When the weeds are coming through your patio blocks, or that's coming through your patio blocks, this is it kills the weeds, it kills the grass, it kills everything. And when it starts to build up in your patio block and you let it get too big like that, what it winds up doing is actually separating your patio block. So that's why you want to do in between your patio blocks. And one more thing I want to show you that I use it for. Well, it's good when you put it on the spot, because you could do the spot, because I got the bricks as kind of trim around my house. So sometimes you get the weeds growing through your bricks like this. So I just do that right in there in the bricks. So you can kind of spot treat. You could kind of spot treat like that. But another thing is, in between your sidewalks, when you get grass growing like this, in between your sidewalks, and kind of what people do is just with the weed whacker, they just go over with the weed whacker. Well, if you do this right here, you kill it so it don't go back. But if you just do it with the weed whacker, it's gonna grow back because you didn't kill the root of it. Like I said, this is Roundup, weed and grass killer and get the wand. Believe me, and get the wand. Another thing I want to show you over here, like wherever weeds are spreading, like you see this weed spreading right here to here, you want to stop that weed, you kill that whole weed right there, and it don't spread into your way, into your lawn. So kill that whole weed all in between these cracks. That kills the root, and this way those suckers don't come back. Alright, either way, thanks for watching. That's how I keep the weeds from expanding into my grass, over into my grass or under my fence, or especially on those millings. I really want to replace the millings. I put them there. I was going to shoot a video on how the millings like put in a driveway sealant on part of it, put in powdered Portland cement on part of it and wetting it down, and put a cement on the other one. But I said, you know what, I really don't want to start another project I'm gonna have to dig out, so the millings is enough for me to dig out. But I wanted to show you how to keep the weeds out of your millings and out of growing underneath your fence and everything, well, how I do it. Don't forget, get this pump thing because it really makes a difference. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.